Ramadan is not just a religious moment for brands in Nigeria. It's one of the biggest marketing campaign season. And as we all know, Ramadan just ended. But if you're paying attention, you'll have noticed something. Brands did not just advertise, they compete for attention. So the big question is going to be, why did they spend so much during the Ramadan campaign season? And what were they even trying to achieve? This is Marketing Signal with Timi, a show where we don't just talk about campaigns, we break them down. We pick the signals, the patterns, the strategy behind the noise, because every campaign you see is not just random, it is very, very intentional. Brands invested heavily during Ramadan because attention was high, emotional connection was stronger, and also consumption moments increased. A lot of northern influencers got gigs, and it was the perfect time for brands to stay top of mind, build emotional relevance, and drive actual product usage. So you can see, it was not just visibility play for these brands, it was strategic positioning moves. Now, let's break it down. Here are top 5 campaigns that I clearly saw the signal during the Ramadan season. These campaigns are ranked based on visibility, cultural relevance, and execution. Come with me, let's go. And the number 5 brand campaign is the Multina Sharing Happiness Ramadan campaign. Multina did not just advertise, they became part of the environment. They had a campaign called the Multina Light Up Kanu campaign. If you know the iconic Zen Bank headquarters in VI Lagos, roundabout Christmas light up, yes, that was what Multina went to do in Kano. This created a presence I could not even ignore. Multina did not just interrupt the moment, they became the moment. It was not just visibility, it became part of the atmosphere. They embedded themselves into the Ramadan experience. They did not just advertise. So yes, Multina campaign for Ramadan as number 5. Number 4 on the signal list is the No Ramadan campaign. Now, this one is different. Not just talk about food. They showed up where it mattered most. Mosques, iftar moments, real communities across key cities in Nigeria. They were present at the exact moment when people were breaking their fast. Not just advertised, they showed up in real time, serving meal packs to Muslim brothers in mosques. Now, this is very, very important because they did not just talk about food, they showed up where food actually matters. They were aligning directly with the act of giving during Ramadan in a very, very special way. Big shout out to the brand, big shout out to the agency. The No campaign signal was very clear. And the number 3 campaign is the Hunger Ramadan campaign. So wait, at first glance, it looks like just visibility, but Hunger went deeper. Hunger was literally everywhere. They even had a whole YouTube going content showing real meat usage, not just telling stories. Heavy use of Kannywood actors and northern influencers for strong cultural alignment. I mean, I saw on-ground activation in Kano. They had an event called the Eid in the City, showing up physically and launching a new flavor of hunger. Hunger did not just want to be seen, they wanted to be used. This is what I called functional marketing. Show people exactly how your product fits into their daily lives. Nice strategy, clearly seen, nice campaign. Well done, Hunger. Well done to the team. Well done to the agency. Number 2 is Milo featuring Ahmed Musa Ramadan campaign. This was a very, very smart move. They did not just pick a celebrity or influencer, they picked the almighty Ahmed Musa, one of Nigerian Super Eagles' living legend. For me, this is not just influence, this is cultural alignment. Everything about it felt right and relatable. The audience, the messaging, the timing. Milo took a more cultural route. And Milo did not just chase attention, they connected with identity. They were able to deepen cultural connection and stay relevant with their right target audience. Amazing campaign strategy, signal well read and seen. Big shout out to the agency and big shout out to Milo. And number 1 is Maggi Ramadan Campaign. And honestly, no brand even came close. Maggi did not just run a campaign, they dominated Ramadan. TV, digital, YouTube series, influencers, out of home, physical events in Kano. Maggi was literally everywhere. At some point, if you're thinking about food, you're thinking about Maggi. Maggi went all in. They had a whole series on YouTube called Tales of Ramadan. They had an event in Kano called Sharing the Joy of Eid. They were literally everywhere. A lot of northern influencers, especially chefs, were involved cooking for their communities. They did not just advertise, they stayed inside the food conversation throughout Ramadan. They were clearly trying to stay top of mind for every cooking moment during that period. So biggest shout out to the Maggi team. I saw the campaign everywhere. Amazing use of influencers. I mean, I love the series online because it was not just talking about food, right? It has a storyline attached to it, and also amazing events. So big shout out to Maggi, big shout out to the brand team, big shout out to the agencies, big shout out to the creative team. Amazing campaign. It was everywhere. Now, if you sit back and look at all these campaigns, different brands, different executions, but same goal. They are all fighting for one thing: to be remembered when it matters. So I'm going to leave you with one thing. Which of these campaigns did you see or experience during the Ramadan season? And which other campaign do you think I should have added to the list? My name is Timi, your signal analyst. We're just getting started.